Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a 10 healthy foods that are always in my fridge at any given time, no matter what I'm doing in my life, always, so that you guys can get an idea of what are some good staples you can keep in the fridge, whether you're tracking macros or not, whether you're trying to gain weight or lose weight. These are healthy foods that you can eat every day. They can help you hit your protein goals, especially. A lot of them are pretty high protein. And if you are tracking your macros, it makes it so that you're not left with a huge amount of protein by the end of the day, wondering how are you gonna get all that protein in for the day. And if you have never heard of macros before, or you've heard of them, but you're not really sure what I mean when I'm saying it, I'm talking about macronutrients. These are your proteins, your fats, and your carbohydrates, and they're the three types of ways that we get energy from food. Basically 3 food groups that our calories come from. So, I have a list. I'm also gonna show you guys everything inside the fridge. It's gonna be a good time. Also, a couple announcements. I know a lot of you guys have been following my personal 12-week fitness challenge, and I posted a big update on the blog yesterday, including all my progress photos. I'm on week 10 this week. I'm down 6 pounds. My lifts are up. I'm feeling stronger than ever, and I'm just feeling so good. But I decided to share all of that on the blog, including like nutrition, macros, calories, my workout routine, all of that stuff. So if you're interested, check it out. Links will be in the description as always. If you read that and you're like, wow, I really want to learn about how I can start tracking macros or how I can improve following macros that I already have or calculate for myself, I have a workshop that I would love to invite you to come to. It is different than the ones we do in the past, so just bear with me. It is called Powerful Macros, and it's a macros virtual workshop for petite women. It's gonna happen all online, and it's gonna be 2-way videos. So I'll be able to coach you if you have questions. We're gonna take you through a full workbook of exercises to teach you how to track and calculate your macros as a petite woman, specifically to reach your goals, whether that's fat loss or weight gain, muscle gain. You can do whatever you want with macros. That's why it's sort of more of an art than a science. Of course, there's science involved, but I'm gonna show you what considerations there are for petite women especially, and it's just gonna be such a jam-packed, information-filled, amazing workshop. If you buy early bird tickets, you still get the replay sent to you as well as the workbook, so you'll have that to do either way. You'll get the product. So if you wanna learn more about that, you can tap the link below. By the time you guys see this, early bird tickets will be closed, but because I love you guys and I really want as many of you as possible to feel like it's accessible and you can join us, I'm gonna give you a special discount just for the YouTube fam. So if you click on the page, you'll get a discount if you type in just the word YouTube, okay? So enter the code in the discount when you're checking out YouTube, and you'll be able to get a discount just for my YouTube fam. Now we can hop into it. So you guys, something I have learned over the years, I tracked macros on and off for like the last 5 years, and specifically this last 12 weeks, I have been like really trying to nail them, and that's because I have a very specific goal in mind, and it's been working really well for me. And these are the foods that I want you guys to consider if you are really not sure what to buy every week at the grocery store. This could just help you make some good choices and help you get your protein up in each meal. Protein is really, really important for petite women who are working on lifting weights, who are looking to build their metabolism and burn fat in the gym. And that's because protein helps you build muscle if you're lifting weights. And if you're lifting weights, that increases your lean body mass. And the more lean body mass you have, or the higher, the more fat you're gonna burn at rest, just because it naturally increases the number of calories that you're burning doing nothing, like Netflix and chilling, sleeping, whatever, just doing nothing. So high protein is really important from a kind of body composition standpoint, but it's also really important from a hormonal standpoint. It actually is going to shut down your appetite hormones, so you're not craving as many snacks throughout the day. And if you have at least 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal, I promise you, you should start to feel a lot more satiated with every one of your meals. So it's got a lot of benefits. And even if you're vegan, there is a way, all my vegan clients still get their protein in. So no matter what your dietary restrictions, you can still benefit from increasing your protein in some way. Okay, so the first thing that I always have, it doesn't actually count because it's not in my fridge. But I was like, when I was putting this together, I was like, I can't not include this. This is like such a staple for me, and you've probably heard me say it, so I can't leave it off the list. But Vital Proteins Collagen Peptides. This is a protein powder. It's really a collagen, but collagen is a protein. So a lot of times people are like, oh, should I get collagen or protein? Collagen is protein. It has protein in it. So it's an amazing product because here's why. It is flavorless and truly flavorless, and it dissolves into anything, so you don't need a blender. That's what makes it a staple in my pantry, because I know, sometimes you only have vanilla or chocolate protein powder in your pantry and you don't have the other foods to go with that flavor. But with this, I can mix it with almond milk, I can put it in a shake, I can put it in yogurt, I can put it in cottage cheese, and checks the mark, I'm good, I'll get my protein in. So that would be probably my favorite product that I just always have stocked in my kitchen. So next up, I always have cottage cheese. This could be weird for some people. It's like a texture thing, cottage cheese just like the wrong curd. I like a smaller curd. I feel like the bigger curd, the more questionable cottage cheese gets. That's just me. I'll usually get a partial fat cottage cheese, and anything less than 2% to me, I just cannot palate. So I always have a 2% cottage cheese, and I'll always have this with whatever fruit is in my fridge, whatever I buy that week. It tastes really good with apples, sliced up apples, and it has a lot of protein in one serving. I'm just going off of what I remember, but I think about a cup has 15 to 20 grams of protein in cottage cheese. So it's a great source of protein. I buy it every week. It just goes in my fridge as a snack option. Okay, next up, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you will know I post this as my breakfast every day. It is a Greek yogurt. I usually get 0% fat because I'm getting fats from other places. I just prefer to get my fats from things like cheese and egg yolks rather than my yogurt, but it's up to you where, if you'd rather have a higher fat yogurt and cut fats somewhere else if you're trying to lose fat and you're following macros. I usually have a 0% yogurt, usually Fahe. I love this yogurt because it tastes good. It tastes just like frozen yogurt, except not frozen, because that's what it is. Fact of the day, you guys. It's just good, and I love what I mix it with. So I usually will mix it with some granola. I usually do the blueberry kind granola and banana, and I add some chia seeds, and it's the perfect snack because the yogurt itself isn't sweet, but the toppings I put on it are naturally sweet. Of course, there's some added sugar in the granola, but it's a good balanced meal. It also is really high in protein. So again, having yogurt as a snack is a great way to have a high protein snack, and you can add the carbs and the fats. The carbs coming from the banana and the granola, and the fats coming from the chia seeds, and also a little bit of the granola. So that's also a huge staple in my fridge, which I kind of already said this next one, and it is also a pantry item, but granola. I literally always have some form of granola on hand for a pre-workout meal or a post-workout meal. It's a really, really fast digesting carb, which means it has a high glycemic index, lots of sugars. So if you have a workout, you can really use those sugars, put them to use in the gym. And if you have those sugars after workout, it's gonna help replenish your glycogen stores, AKA all the sugars you just spent working out will get replenished, and that will help with your muscle repair and muscle building. Nutrition is really important, especially if you're lifting and you're trying to build muscle and burn fat. Having those higher sugary foods around your workout times is a good idea. So I always have granola around for a pre or post-workout snack. I'll mix it with the yogurt, like I said. And my favorite brand right now is the Kind blueberry yogurt. It's granola. It's just really, really good. Okay, next up, in terms of veggies, so I've been trying to sneak veggies into more of my meals. And what I've been finding helps make this easier is keeping a plastic container of spinach in my fridge at all times. Every week I just buy spinach and a couple peppers, colored peppers, like a red, orange, or yellow pepper. These two vegetables can be easily integrated into a lot of meals. It increases the flavor, it makes it better if you like vegetables, if you like the taste. And it also adds bulk and volume to your meal without adding a lot of calories. So you're getting the micronutrients, these are the vitamins and minerals in the vegetables, and you're adding some fiber, which is a type of carbohydrate that's not metabolized. It's really important for helping your digestion and also keeping you satiated and full. So the spinach, you can sneak that into eggs really easily. Just fold it in while you're cooking eggs, scrambling eggs. Same with the peppers. I'll just dice them up, put them in a container, and then sprinkle them on whatever throughout the week. Usually eggs, or it can go in salads. It can just be like a little side salad you make. And that way I'm just more likely to get my vegetables in, because I could easily just go a whole day with eating all of my proteins and get carbs from things like granola and totally forget about my fibrous carbs, which are really important for staying full and satiated. So spinach, peppers, make it really easy to just add some vegetables to your day. Okay, some more carbs. I have fallen in love with Dave's Killer bread. Dave's Killer bread is so good. I believe it's a sprouted bread. In any case, it's a high protein bread. It's delicious. It doesn't taste dry and gross. It's like good. I almost said moist. I know people don't like that word. It doesn't really bother me, but it's squishy. It's delicious. It has seeds on it. If you get the good seeds one, and I get this thin sliced good seeds. They just started selling it at Whole Foods suddenly, at least at mine in Brooklyn. I had not seen it at Whole Foods previously, but in any case, if you cannot find Dave's Killer bread in your local grocery store, you can get it online, or just search for an Ezekiel bread or a sprouted bread so that you can get the same high protein in your bread. And I'll have this in the morning, I'll have it in the afternoon, I'll have it at night. I just love bread, and I'll try to integrate it whenever I need some carbs. And then one piece of fruit that I like to have on tap all the time, and this is a new thing for me. I never used to do this, except when I used to be competing for fencing, I would have this, but I don't know, I just went out of phase with it. Bananas. I love bananas. They're just so naturally sweet. You can put them on anything. I put them on yogurt. I put them in my shakes. Almost every shake tastes better with a banana in it. Like, let's be real. So I have been buying like 10 bananas each week and legitimately eating all of them in a week, and helps fuel me for a workout. Again, it's a higher sugar fruit, which can be great for pre and post workout snacks and good for shakes. Adds some fiber to your shake. So that's another one that I'll always buy, and I know I'll find a way to eat it throughout the day. Now, just a note here, if you work in an office, banana wouldn't be like the best snack for breakfast alone, or, you know, a snack in the mid-afternoon alone, because it's a high sugar carb, and if you eat it and then you just sit down, you likely don't need to replenish any glycogen stores. It's just probably gonna be excess sugar that your body needs to put in the fat stores. So if you're gonna eat it and you're not working out, maybe eat less of it, but you could also pair it with something like that yogurt example. This is what I call eating PFF, protein, fats, and fibrous carbs. So if you have your yogurt protein, that's the protein, you have the banana, which is the carb, and you have your fats and the chia seeds, when you eat those all together, the sugars from the banana are going to have less of a shocking response in your body. And when I say shocking, I'm talking about the insulin response to sugar. So if you eat those high sugar carbs with a protein and a fat, it'll slow down the sugar intake into the body, and that's going to help you minimize fat storage, okay? So it'll keep your body in a more fat burning mode throughout the day, minimize your insulin response, which is a fat storing hormone. So that's just a note about bananas. Use them mostly when you're working out, and try to pair them with something else if you have to have it as a snack, but just don't eat it alone unless you're desperate just because it's a high sugar snack. In the final stretch here, I'm gonna move to my freezer, because here's what I've found has helped me achieve success with being healthy throughout the week. You know how you order groceries and the first few days you're like, boom, nailed it. Like, I meal prepped for a few days, everything's on point, and then you get to Thursday and it's like happy hours and you don't have any fresh meals left, and that, you know, things start to like snowball. What I find is about halfway through the week, around Thursday, I'm out of fresh foods. Things are not as fresh as Monday or Sunday. I'll switch to using frozen goods, and that still has just kept me on track. Like, it's so simple, but I'll just switch gears. So if you have frozen veggies in your freezer, you can just take them out and heat them up, like a frozen medley or broccoli. That way, it's also cheaper, but that way you can still stay on track with your goals and you don't have to grocery shop like 2 times per week. I'll do my grocery shopping on Sunday. I order it on Amazon Prime from Whole Foods delivered. It's the same stuff every week unless I really change it up, so it's easy. And the big hack here is I'll take, say I order some kind of meat, either maybe say I order like chicken breast to be really plain and boring. I'll take some of those and cook them for the week, and then I'll take the other half, rinse them off, put them in plastic bags and freeze them. And then on Friday night, I'll take them out and thaw them, and Saturday I can cook them. And it's like, I have new meals again. I made it for Gary and he was like, this is insane. Like, I don't even know why it tastes so good, but just buying thin sliced chicken, putting it with a little olive oil and rubbing it with spices and just cooking it on a pan without covering it in the oven at 350 degrees for 12 minutes makes a really nice juicy chicken. That's all I've been doing, and I've been adding that to chicken tacos, and it's been great. So I always have a frozen meat in my freezer, in case I need to thaw it and then cook it the next day if my meal prep ran out. So those were the top 10 foods I always have in my fridge, freezer, or pantry. I hope you guys enjoyed that and learned something new. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, and it just helps support the Short Girl Gang. It helps support my channel and me. I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe for more content tailored to petite women. Lastly, if you do want to come to this workshop, again, I got you guys a discount. It is YouTube. That's the discount code if you want to enter. You can go to the description below and click on the Powerful Macros link. And this workshop's gonna be so amazing. I've never done anything like it before, and I would love to have you there if you wanna learn more about portion sizes for petites and fat loss, muscle gain, and just changing your body composition. You'll get one-on-one coaching with me on the group call, and it's just gonna be super fab. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next week.